Hi there, this is Pete with Boardgameboost.com. Thanks for joining me. In this video, I'll be demonstrating the assembly and use of the player board cube overlays for the game Terraforming Mars by Stronghold Games. This is a really amazing game, but it does suffer from two problems. The first of which is that the player boards, or player mats, are made of this light cardstock, which in itself is not that big a deal. But the problem is that this board has so much information going on it. You need to keep track of all your resources, and in addition, most importantly, use these cubes to mark your income of each resource. So because of the fact that these cubes have no way of locking onto the board, of course, and that the mat is made of this flimsy material, if you're playing on any type of soft surface at all, or just in general, the board has a high tendency of being able to be bumped and have things move around unintentionally. And so that's what this product solves. As with any product that you get from Boardgameboost.com, each piece will come with these little protrusions that look like letter B's. The B stands for break off, and what you're going to do is you're going to look for the B that has the line underneath it like this, and then you're going to push away from it. So we're just going to apply a little pressure upward, and you see it just breaks right off. But what it does is takes the paper with it, so that you don't need to be picking for an edge of the paper with your fingernail. So in the overlay case, the B's are actually located in the bottom left bin. They're right here. So it's going to work the exact same way. I'm going to go in there and apply a little pressure and get some of the paper started. And again, it just snaps off like that. Okay, and now I have the paper started, and I can just start peeling from there. Now, when you're peeling the paper off of the overlay piece, you do want to be careful, because this material in between the income tracks is very thin, so you want to treat it with care so that you don't risk breaking it. So what I recommend is getting the paper started, then putting the panel flat down, and with your one hand holding it down and the other hand you just peel it. That way you don't, there's no risk of putting any weird pressure on the board or bending it or contorting it in any way. So you can see that the paper stays together very nicely. You just work your way from left to right, peeling it off. And it all comes off pretty quickly. You will need to do this, of course, for both sides, so I'll just speed up the other side. Okay, so we have our acrylic panel, our overlay, completely peeled at this point. So just quickly about use, it's pretty straightforward. The cubes go in the different income tracks, and they have little grooves between each number to hold the cube in place and prevent it from sliding left and right. And then of course you do have the bins as well that will hold all of the resources. In the event that you have income that needs to go to a number higher than 10, you do have this little 45-degree turned slot to indicate you're at plus 10. And then if you need to go to plus 20, then you can just keep a cube in the 10 spot as per the game instructions. And then that'll cover 99% of the incomes that anyone ever has. Of course, if anyone has 30 or more, then you will have to get a little creative. But that's very rare. I've never had a game where that's happened yet. Although maybe I'm just not that good a player. Who knows? In any case, one other really important thing I wanted to note to you is that in the design of this game, or I'm sorry, of this product, a lot of people wanted to have a wall between energy and heat, and a lot of other people wanted it to be no wall. So previously I was selling it just with the wall, but now it's your choice whether you want the wall or not. The item ships with the wall here, as you can see, but if you look very closely, it has some cuts in it. And so if you are someone that would prefer there not to be a wall here, so you can just slide the cubes from energy to heat, then very simply you just put some pressure on it and it'll just break right off. And now there's no wall, but the item is still very nicely finished. It won't look as if there was something broken off. But just be advised, that's a one-way trip. Once you break it off, there's no going back. So be sure you really want it that way before you do it. But if you do, it's very easy to do, and then you'll have the boards the way you like them. I also wanted to note that this area here of the player mat, which has no game purpose, I did cut a long slot there so that it would be possible to store some of the extra player cubes for marking hexes on the map or marking card actions, etc. So it doesn't hold all of the cubes, but it does hold quite a lot so that they're at the ready for you. And that is it. Thank you for watching this video and for your interest in this product. If you buy it, I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions or difficulties with the assembly, I am always available for help, so please just email me. And as always, just remember, if you're playing, you're already winning. Thanks for watching. See you next time.